What's up, everybody? What is this? Facebook made changes February 16th that limits some pages from going live. They recommend trying. Interesting. All right. Okay. What's up, everybody? Let me see here. What's going on? Okay. Looks like everything is working. We are live. We've got one of our Facebook channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. All right. There's one of our Facebook channels isn't working for some reason. Okay. All right, guys. We got ourselves into an S&P trade last night, and it is pulling back into this supply zone here where we were up over $700. Okay, we were up over $700, but it is pulling back now. All right, and we only have one contract now. That was this was only a $187 risk. Okay, we are already at a 5-to-1, so we're not going to let this go past 5-to-1. All right, we made 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 5-to-1, and we had you can see right here, rally-based drop. There's a rally-based drop that's formed right here. And so we're going to see if we can get this pullback into this rally-based drop and then make another move down. All right, so that's the chance that we're taking. Otherwise, we can just put it at 6-to-1 right here. But hey, maybe we can catch a runner here. Maybe we can catch a long runner here. All right. So we'll go over that trade right now. Okay, hang on 1 second, everyone. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just making some green tea for myself. All right, so let's go over this trade and let's see why we got into this trade yesterday. Let's pull up some squares here. Okay, so obviously we saw the S&P on our scanning system. Okay, and let me show you. I do have the scanner set to 1 hour time frame. That means the 1 hour trend and the 4 hour momentum filter. Okay, so 1 hour trend, 4 hour momentum filter. That's what I've got. That's what I've got listed here right now. Beautiful. All right. Making our way back down. We're back to 700. Hopefully we get another push down. And, don't really want to push our luck. But what I'd like to do is follow this down. I'd like to follow this down on the pivot candles. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But why did we get into this trade? Okay. So let's see. Last night here, Sunday, we got into the trade on Sunday. And what did we see? Okay, so we saw this drop-based drop here on the high time frame. Okay, Let me turn this off so you could see. Right there. Very clear drop-based drop. All right. Box it out. And we said to ourselves, okay, so there you go. We're high on the curve, or we're pulling back into this drop-based drop. And look at where we were at the time, cycling down. There's your momentum filter. It is also cycling down. So we are in an uptrend on the high time frame, right? And the high time frame has now pulled back into the middle of the trend cloud here. And you can see we're just starting to get a hook up on K. And that means what, right? That means, as you know, this is how price action moves inside of trend cloud, right? We get an impulse up, pulls back into trend cloud, impulse up, pulls back into trend cloud, impulse up. We don't know how deep price moves back into the trend cloud, right? We don't know how deep it moves back into the trend cloud. But we do know that somewhere in the trend cloud is where it finds support in an uptrend and then moves out. 737, that's a really good risk there. I'm really tempted to close out of this trade now because we are in the high time frame trend cloud. The context of this trade on the high time frame is to impulse out of there. Okay. We could still get a nice, move down. But we have to really we got to really be careful on this. We have to really be careful on this. So I am going to tighten this up, and I'm going to grab every dollar that I can out of this trade. And this is the benefit of having TrendCloud on your chart, right? This is a price action mapping system that's going to show you the context of the trade on the high time frame. It's going to show you the intermediate trend, the present trend that's taking place right now, and the momentum. So we've got trend and momentum on our side, and we also have the momentum filter on the high time frame working for us as well. But we have entered the trend cloud on the high time frame, and the context of the trade is still up, right, for the high time frame. So you have to know when to read this. Very nice, moving down there, right? We're almost at $800. If we can get a break below this structure here, we'll have a really nice trade. In fact, we can put our buy order right there. Buy to cover. Looks like we're going to get a nice move down. We just don't know how far down this is going to go. Maybe this goes all the way down to here, but we only have one contract, right? Hey, good morning, Krishnan. Good morning, Mariana. Good to see you guys. Are you guys, how are you guys doing? Are there any specific questions? I want you guys consistently profitable in the simulator. And we're up, I believe we're up 8% this month. If you take a look at the simulator here, and you can see over 8%, right? Two almost. So if we close out this trade right now, we're up over $2,000 for the month. Okay, and here are all the results, right? When your simulator starts looking like this, all right. Last month we did 24%. Okay, and I'll figure out what percent that is, but yeah, Yeah, excellent. Excellent. So, yeah, over $2,000 for sure. So hopefully we get that. If this candle starts to reverse, I am definitely going to close this out. So right now there's $800. Okay, very nice. Let's follow that. Okay, beautiful. Here we go. Nice, getting a nice move down. Getting a real nice push to the downside here. That you can see that this is working off of this cycle indicator here. Doing good. Okay. Good, Krishnan. Long time, couldn't attend. That's okay. No, that's fine. You've got the master. You've got the master class. You can go over that. It's all about getting consistent in the simulator, right? So really nice $800 now. We really want to get that move. I'm going to lock in 700. Okay, I'm going to lock in 700 for sure. Starting to pull back. We really want to get in. You know, we really want to maintain all the profit. You know, unfortunately, we only have one contract here. We only got one contract, so we can't scale out of the trade. But we locked in 7 to 1. 7 to 1. Okay. And we're starting to come on. You never know what is going to happen. Remember, we're right at the point on the high time frame where this thing should start to reverse or go a little wonky. Right now, we're starting to pull back here. Starting to pull back, and we closed out at $700. Take a look at your simulator. Okay, now that put us over 2,000 for the month. So 2,392. $2,392.50 for the month. See how that other resting order is still there? You got to get that, got to remove that. All right. I think we just beat, did we just beat last month? Let me see something here. I believe this is, now I'm forgetting how to do this. 2,200, wait, 22,000, I mean, 22,392. Hang on a second, guys. Is that divided by? Oh, come on. Oh, it's not working right. All right, forget it. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Up over $2,000. Okay. Up over $2,000. And naturally now it starts to go back down, right? See, you'll never know. You'll never know on that. When you only have one contract, it's impossible to be efficient at risk management. You just have to take the target, right? Hey, 7% on this trade. All right, 7% on this trade. Beautiful. $700. Walked away with 7 to 1. All right. what was this? We took a shot at corn and got stopped out, right? Took that yesterday as well, I believe, right? 24th. That was actually on Sunday. And then we closed this out today. All right. But does everybody understand? You guys understand why we were really focused on getting out of that trade, right? Because the context of that high time frame, right? The context of the high time frame was up. And we're just starting to get the hook up on K. We're getting the hook up on the middle time frame. Okay. And we're hoping that when it pulls back somewhere in this area, we get another push down. But we don't know what's going to happen, right? And we don't want to give up. We don't want to give up that profit. Okay. We don't want to give up that profit. So we walked away with $700. And that put us over the top on our trading challenge. As you know, we're always trying to shoot for 8% every 2 weeks. And we have definitely achieved that. So for the entire month, we're up over $2,000. Up over $2,000 for the month. Very interesting to see. Let's put an alert here. Just say add alert. And we just want the line, right? And we're going to say crossing up once. And we're going to say ES supply zone hit. All right. Right there. We didn't want to give up that $700. Didn't want to give up that $700. We wanted to capture it. Okay. And as you can see, every month, right? Every month, we put the simulator back to $20,000, and we do it again. Okay. So this is the second month that we've recorded this. Okay. And this is how you get profitable in the simulator, by looking at your wins and losses here. Okay. Always want to make sure this one here, we kind of messed up there, didn't we? Messed up a little bit there, right? E-mini has 53%. E-mini has 53%. What do you mean, Kristen? You mean it's 53%? What do you mean? You can see here losses. What is it? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We actually have more wins than losses. And hey, good morning, Frank. Good morning. Good to see you. So we actually have more wins than losses. And you can see that the wins, right? Here's a little win. But you can see the wins are much bigger than the losses, right? This is the biggest lesson that you guys will get out of going through the masterclass and going through, using that full TrendCloud system at its best, right? We looked at that high time frame momentum, and we said, okay, momentum is down. We're also cycling down. And then on the middle time frame and low time frame, we had the same thing. 53%, 53% person return on the capital. Return on the capital. I'm sorry, I still don't understand. But if you're talking about the risk, like the risk management, Oh, look at that. Now it's starting to move down. But yeah, so I think other people in the group, I know Kazi, he did 16% on his live account. Okay, using TrendCloud, 16% on the live account, and we did as a group. As a group, we did in the simulator, we did 24%, just like this right here, right? I can look back and see. Margin 13. Oh, margin 13. Right. Oh. Yes. I see what you're saying. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Yep. 53% on the money. Margin 1,300, $700 profit. Right. That's right. Gotcha. Thanks, Christian. So yeah. So there you go. The proof is in the forward testing, right? So we back tested TrendCloud, and I thought it would be fun as a group to do the trading challenges, and forward test everything. Obviously, you want to do that. You want to forward test. So my job is to get you guys profitable like this, okay, in the simulator. Everything is logged. We'll take a snapshot of this. All right, we'll take a snapshot of this and we'll do it right now. There you go. And we'll save it. And I put it into a folder called Prop Trading Challenge. There you go. Consistent profits in March. And let's see. I'm just looking for, I've got to mark these better. Oops. Let me see something here. I'll pull this up. Let me just pull this up a second. What are you guys working on right now? Are you guys working on any trade right now that you want me to pull up? Or do you guys have any questions at all? Okay, yeah. So last month we did over 4,000. We did over 4,000 in February. Okay, so we did over $4,000 in February, and March. Okay, March we got a little over 2,000, but we're still profitable. All right, and that's the name of the game. We just had more runners, right? We just had more runners, and it's not over yet, right? We still have time to catch some runners. Look at how price has pulled back just to that 15-minute trend cloud, right? It just pulled back to that 15-minute trend cloud. and now it's starting to bounce off. So if we had 2 contracts on there, but it was a little too expensive to do that. But if we had 2 contracts on there, we could have scaled out, right? We could have taken profits at that 700, that's 7 to 1. And then we could have said, okay, let's let this supply zone play itself out. But we didn't have that. we couldn't do that. So there's your proof right there, right? There's your proof right there. And you've got to prove it to yourself so that you're confident with it. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. All right, so we are profitable for the month of March, profitable for the month of February, working like a charm. I love it when a plan comes together. Let's take a look at, let's see, 927. Okay, so we're almost at the open here. And we'll see how crazy this thing gets. We'll see how crazy this thing gets in the next, couple of minutes here. Do we get a big swing back up to here? Can you imagine being up, being up at a 7 to 1 and then losing all of it, pulling all the way back? How many times has that happened to you guys, or has that happened to you guys? You get into a trade, you make a bunch of money, and then the whole thing reverses, goes all the way back to your entry point. The way you stop that from happening is by taking targets and manually following that trade down. And if it pulls back too far, hey, that's it. Then that's it. Or having multiple contracts and then scaling out of the position. That's how you do it. If you don't take any targets, and I did this was one of my biggest blunders when I first started trading. I simply didn't take the target. I didn't take the target, and didn't even had plenty of contracts. I could have scaled out of the position. No, I'm going to use all of them, all in, all out. No good. I mean, that's fine. You just have to take, you have to take that 2 to 1. So here you go. So look what it did. It pulled back into that 15-minute trend cloud, and now it's making the move down. We're almost at 930, so things are getting shook up a bit here, right? And even if we were following this, above this little candle here, it just ticked up. Oh boy! Oh, here we go. What's it going to do? There's the open. This is where the Wild West happens, right? This is where all the wild, crazy swings take place. Let's see what happens. You really have no idea what's going to happen, right? So maybe it pulls back deep into here, hits the 50, goes down. We're not going to risk that money. We made all that money pre-market. So all of that money was made. We took a trade on Sunday. There you go. There's the deep pullback, retesting the trend cloud on the 15-minute chart. Nice hook down on our cycle indicator. Momentum is down, cycling down still. On all time frames, right? Multiple time frames. This is another definitely another trade setup. But what I don't like is that we're inside, right? We're already inside of the high time frame trend cloud, getting ready to make that move up. We're getting ready to make that move, that big move back up. So we've got to be real careful here. It could still go like do a little dance like this, we could still do something like this, back down to the high time frame curve, and then start making a move back up. We could definitely start doing that, but we don't know. Here's the pullback. Pull it back into that cloud. There's our alert. Gave us a nice alert. Sent it to our phone. Ripping through. What'd I tell you guys? What did I tell you? Now let's see. Will it work? Will this work? Or does it want to go to here? Let's clear the chart. Here's the game we're playing. Which supply zone is going to work? That's the game that we're playing. Is it this one? Is it this one? Or is it this one? We've got 3 supply zones here. Let's put Fibonacci on there. Go to Fibonacci, swing high to swing low. Here's that 5. Here's the 50% Fibonacci. Here's the 618, very close to here. And then we've got the 786 and the 886. So we've got a Fibonacci line that is intersecting very closely to each of those supply zones. You will never know which one it is. You'll never know which one it is. All right. So as of right now, this pullback taking place there broke through this one, broke through that supply zone, inside of the middle time frame trend cloud on the 15-minute chart. We are expecting at this point, because momentum is on our side, momentum's on our side across multiple time frames. Trend is on our side on the middle time frame. This is a possibility. High time frame, though, that high time frame is definitely, context is definitely looking to impulse out of that higher time frame trend cloud. That's just how price action moves. But we wouldn't have known that if we didn't have trend cloud on our chart, right? You wouldn't have seen that. Maybe we get a big rejection candle out of here. Look at how this rally-based drop, or you can even look at it as a drop, base, 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 drop. So we've got 3 basing candles. Notice how it peaked above just by a little bit, just a little peak above those basing candles. Okay. Market sentiment is to the downside, you could see. So you're definitely looking for shorts today. You're definitely looking for shorts today. All except for wheat. What the heck is going on with wheat? Wheat is, I want to study a little bit. I want to study the seasonality of agricultural contracts. Yeah, wheat, definitely wheat is in an uptrend. We're getting a trend cloud signal right here. The missing piece of the puzzle here is we don't have momentum, right, on the high time frame. Momentum filter is down, so we're not quite ready. What does this want to do? Maybe this wants to pull back deeper into that high time frame trend cloud, which that's what it's kind of doing, right? We got a zone there. And Not really a big fan of that zone. No, not really. It did break, but all right, that's inside the 1 hour. That's the 1 hour trend cloud. This right here is the 1 hour trend cloud, and it's pulling back into there. That's why it's super important, right? It's super important. It's super important to understand the context of the trade. You want to understand the context of the trade. Let's take a look at the Australian dollar. We're on the M contract. Okay. Is that up here? Do we see 6A? Yeah, here, 6 a.m. right here. 6 a.m. 2024 on that scanner. So it's on our scanner. Here we go. Very nice, right? 4 hour chart. Look at that. Look how the 200 simple moving average. Look at how that 200 simple moving average is right at the very top of that 4 hour trend cloud. Look at that. We're still correcting. We're still in that corrective phase. And Australian dollar, we know Australian dollar loves to make these big swings, right? So we've got the trend cloud there with the 200. And we've got this right here. Drop base drop. So we've got two. Nice little consolidation there. So what we want to see, right, in this scenario here, we don't have momentum on our side on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Very difficult, right? Very difficult to go short without that piece of the puzzle, right, guys? Very difficult to go short. We just have a couple of zones. We have a supply zone and a trend cloud, right? There's trend cloud with the 200. Right here is the 100. See that 100 simple moving average? Can hardly see it. Right there, 100 simple moving average, right at the bottom of that drop base drop. So we've got some resistance levels inside of our supply zone. Resistance levels. Everybody see that? 200 is inside the high time frame trend cloud. 100 is inside of the supply zone on that 4 hour chart. And we are cycling up still. We are still cycling up. Momentum's on our side to the upside. So we've got upward momentum with downward trend. So we're waiting for that momentum shift so that we can start saying, yes, let's get in on this trade. Okay, so on that 15-minute chart, we want to run into some type of resistance level, right? So we have it right here. Here's the first one. We want it to look like this. We hit that. Make a lower high. Here's your high. Start making a lower high. Break some structure. And hopefully, now this right here would be the pattern that we're looking for, right? The problem that you run into is when this pattern takes place, looking like, let me draw it out here. when that pattern takes place in a very wide way, like we like it when it looks like this. You hit the target, you pull back, lower high, break of structure, right? Here's your high, here's your lower high, breaks through structure. Great. Now let's start taking the trade. And this little pattern gives you the momentum shift that you're looking for. But what happens when it looks more like this? You get this long move, right? And then it breaks through. This is almost like a double, like a complete retest. This, here's your high, here's your lower high. Okay. This is more difficult to trade, because by the time this gets all the way back up here, momentum crosses back to the upside. And by the time it gets all the way back down here, it might just be crossing back to the downside. But when you get more of a consolidation like this, right? When you get more of a consolidation like this thing here, you get the momentum shift much quicker. So when this pattern occurs in short movements and you get that momentum shift, that's the best pattern to trade. This right here is much more difficult, because the momentum, by the time you get back down here, you got the momentum shift, but we have to put in another peak, and it goes all the way back up, momentum crosses back to the upside. And then, where do you take the trade? So on something like this, you really do have to be conservative and wait for the retest. Wait for that shorter movement, right? Everybody understand that? You will see that. You will see that take place a lot more. You'll see that take place a lot more. Short bursts inside of like a consolidation pattern where the momentum shifts, you want to be all over that. But long movements all the way to the upside, all the way to the downside, back all the way, almost all the way to the top, all the way back down. These long movements, they throw a monkey wrench into your momentum-based trading system. And you will see that more and more as you move along. Okay? So that's what we're waiting for on the Australian dollar. We are waiting for the momentum shift to take place. We're waiting for the momentum shift to take place, right? Is it going to be this one, or is it going to be this one? We need to see the pattern. So we need to see the reaction off of these supply zones on the lower time frame. And if you want to drop down to the 5, wow, look at that. 5-minute trend is extended. So it's in the 9th wave. We're into the 9th wave here on that 5-minute chart. So this thing is going to want to start pulling down. So once we see this, recalculate, retest. Here's your high. Maybe that becomes the lower high and then breaks through structure. That would give us what we want. Start looking like this. We're getting it now. We're getting the crossover to the downside on the middle time frame cycle. We need it here as well. All right, we need that to turn red. We at least need it on the middle time frame. We at least need some sort of movement of momentum. We need that momentum shift on the middle time frame, at least. Simple as that. How many times have you just made the observation and said, it's going in here? It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss just taking every single supplier demand zone. I don't think taking every single supplier demand zone leads to this. I don't think taking every supply and demand zone leads to consistent profits. All right, here's February. Here's March. Okay, this is March. Orders. We have 2 orders. Working, active. Oh, we've got an order working on. Oh, what did I do here? Uh-oh. Get over to crude oil. Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. We just missed it. We just missed that crude oil trade. All right, let's go over this. Wow. We just missed it. Boy, oh boy. So yesterday we also saw crude oil. Let's go over this crude oil trade. Get rid of that now. We just missed it. See, sometimes you'll miss a trade. All right, so high time frame, trend is up. Let's see. Here's Sunday evening, right? Pulls all the way back to that 4-hour 50 simple moving average. And here is your demand zone. This is really your market edge, right? It pulls all the way back to that market edge. And we start getting a trend cloud signal, cycling up, momentum is up. On the high time frame. Where's let's see, where is Sunday? Right in here. And so as we were moving up, right? As we were moving up, we got the crossover of momentum. So we've got trend on our side. And on Sunday, here's Sunday right here. You can see we're cycling up and we're almost crossing over. Oh, we got the crossover here. We got the crossover on Friday. Friday, we got the crossover on momentum. So now we've got trend on the high time frame, momentum on the high time frame, and momentum on the middle time frame. Okay. Pulls back, starts to cycle up. All right. Here's Sunday. We're at the top of the peak. We get yellow transition candles. And here's Monday. Here's today. Pulls all the way back, and we just miss that entry point. We do get another. We get 2 trend cloud signals here. Very early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, we didn't see that. And what we did was we boxed out. We simply just boxed out. There we go. We boxed out a demand zone here that just had all the support touches, right? Support, support, support. Draw the box out. I drew the box out very crudely, and said, okay, here's all the touches. I don't know, maybe I should have, even if I drew it like this, it still would not have made it. It still would not have made it, right? It just didn't give it to us. Just didn't give it to us, right? Let's see. Let's go to the opening range. Okay, so we could get the retest of the opening range, right? The opening range is a drop base rally that broke through structure right here on the 1 hour chart. And it's also right. I would draw it like this, encompass that as well. If we wanted to draw this out, that's the 1 hour chart there. What does that look like on the 15-minute or the 5-minute, I should say? Okay, so it's at the very bottom. So this whole thing is at the very bottom of the 5-minute opening range. It's a really nice looking drop base rally on the 15-minute chart. Drop base rally. I really like this for the retest. Okay. I like this area for the retest. There you go. All right. We made $700 today. We'll risk 124. All right. We can actually bring this to 155. That's the most. Anything more than 5 contracts will put us over. Oh, well, no, actually 6 contracts. We don't want to go over $200 just as a rule, right? And there you go. All right. So what strategy is this? Right? This is the opening range. Look at how we've got now. Can we refine this? Can we refine this a bit? Can we refine this a bit? We can put it in the middle. We're protected by the previous day's open, right? We've always seen that. This may come back, hit the previous day's high and keep going, right? Look at all of that support right there. But this is right at the bottom of the opening range inside of this 15-minute demand zone. I always like, if I see a formation on the 15-minute chart, I will favor the 15-minute chart formation. Obviously, right? Look at where all the buyers came in. Drop, base, rally right here. Okay. I like it. I like it. That is indeed a basing candle. That is one play, right? What's it look like on TrendCloud? So this is a pretty deep pullback. This is a pretty deep pullback on the 15-minute chart here, isn't it? We're pulling all the way back below TrendCloud. We don't really like that, but we have very strong momentum to the upside here. Very strong momentum to the upside. It's possible, right? We don't know. We don't know. So you can see how how you could sort of rack your brains trying to figure out, oh, well, is it going to go to this one? Is it going to go to this one? We're pulling back really deep here. We've got trend and momentum on our side for sure. Trend and momentum is definitely on our side. So a fast and furious pullback into that area would be viable. Then that's all you can do. That's all you can do. But we have a lot of elements on our side to make that work. So this is less than 1% of our total current account value. It would be really terrible if we, if we lost, $200. That would suck. That would mean we only had a $500 win today and not a $700 win. So, we made money today. Do we want to risk another trade? That you have to evaluate now. Now you have to evaluate it. And look, I mean, this is a viable trade, right? I just don't like the fact that it's so deep, below the 15-minute trend cloud here. But I mean, it's been doing that. It's been doing that right along. Heading back towards all-time highs right up here. Make that red. We're in supply right now. So if this breaks through that high time frame supply zone, see that on the 4-hour chart? There you go. 4-hour chart. We are breaking through that 4-hour supply zone. We're almost there. That would be a great sign. That would make this retest much more powerful. And it might give us enough push to go all the way back up to here. Where are we didn't look at the ADR checkpoints. Aha. Okay. So what do you think we should do if price comes all the way up here, rips through this supply zone, hits this ADR checkpoint? Then we probably might not see very much more movement, right? We might not see a lot more movement. But if we reverse from here, if we start reversing, pull back into our demand zone, we've got a great chance of hitting that as a target for today. All right. What would that be? Another $700 basically. That'd be nice. That would be nice. We would scale out of the position, of course. But that would be nice. All right, so that's what we are looking at with crude oil. All right, so we are consistently profitable, right? Month of March, consistently profitable for the month of March. We did double the amount in February because we just ended up catching more runners. We caught that $1,800 runner. We caught that $1,800 runner in February, and that really put us way over the top. So you can see when you catch those big runners, like our two biggest trades here were today, right? That $700 move, and then the $800 move that we took on gold, right? We scaled out of this position on gold. I believe that was all in one day, right? Yeah. That was on the 20th. We scaled out of that position on gold, took another gold trade, and it pulled back, stopped us out at $30. No big deal. Traded a lot of gold. Look at this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, that will mess you up. If you're not mentally prepared, that's 5 losses in a row. I mean, it's right there. 5 losses in a row. That was devastating to see. So at this point in time, even though our wins were bigger than our losses, right? That's still devastating. And then after that, win, 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 small loss, big win. You never know what side of the coin is going to land. There's no mathematical sequence for understanding when you're going to see heads, when you're going to see tails, when you're going to have a win, when you're going to have a loss. There's no there's no way of knowing. But by following a trade plan, line up the trend on the high time frame with the high time frame momentum. Line up the trend on the middle time frame with the middle time frame momentum. Make sure those two are in alignment. That's basically the majority of what we do. Then look for the supply zones, supply and demand zones on the lower time frames. Try to use your Fibonacci and your confirmation entry candles to get a fix on where to enter. You've got your ADR checkpoints, and you've got your opening range support and resistance levels as well. And with all of that, you've got yourself a working TrendCloud system that's been back tested, optimized, and forward tested now for recorded now for 2 months with consistent profits. We're doing it right here in the live room. It works, right? When you get comfortable and profitable in that in that simulator with me, then go off on your own. Get profitable in the simulator on your own. Then go into the live market. So we do this together. Then you do it on your own. Then you go into the live market. And now you're off to the races. Okay. So that's my job. That's my job, to get you guys consistently profitable, just like this, in the simulator first. Very difficult to jump right into the live market, right? So just be patient and let's do this as a group. Get you consistently profitable. Here it is. We did it. We did it in March. We did it in February. We had a couple of TrendCloud members perform it in the live market. Hey, it's a process. It's a process. If you've made mistakes and you're really upset about those mistakes, and this goes for everything, and I am constantly learning this and relearning it. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself for mistakes that you make and just move forward. Okay? If you move forward with the best intentions for yourself, for those around you, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Okay? So just forgive yourself and move forward. I do that, and that's what I want to instill in you guys as well. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. All right. So you've got a system here with a masterclass, with coaching. You've got a working TrendCloud system that's specifically designed for the futures market. And there's your proof that it works. There's your proof that it works. Okay. All right, guys. Good job today. If you have any questions, please email me. Let me know. Let me know if you want to see a particular video instruction on something. If you are looking to join the mentorship, I know some of you just have a couple of pieces of the TrendCloud. We are back to full price right now, but if you've been with us for a while and you want the discounted price and you're here right now hearing me say this, by all means, I will send you an invoice with the discounted price on the full TrendCloud system for $14.97. Okay. And that will give you access to all of the videos, the mentorship, the instruction, the full TrendCloud system, so that you can start being consistently profitable. All right. So if you're not up in the live market or in the simulator over $2,000 for this month, ask yourself, okay, what's going on? Last month we did $4,000, over $4,000. This month we're a little bit over $2,000. All right. So if you want to be consistently profitable, let me know. Shoot me an email. I will send you the invoice with the discounted price. But if you go to the website, you're going to see. Let me just type it in here. You're going to see everything at full price. All right. There we go. So if you jump into that website there, you will see everything that you get with TrendCloud. Just let me know if you're here today and you would like everything. I'll send you the invoice for the discounted price. All right, guys. Good job, everybody. Let me know if you want to see any videos. Let me know if you have any questions. Just hit me up, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Take care.